unlock your world one word at a time, because language isn't just about learning, it's about living. Let's get started. Wonderful listeners, welcome to another episode of the Languages Pedagogy Podcast. Today we're diving into a topic that every language learner considers at some point. Should you study alone or with a group? Each method has its own unique advantages, and finding the right balance between individual and collaborative study can be a game changer in your learning journey. In today's episode, we'll compare the benefits and challenges of studying solo versus studying with others. We'll look at how group dynamics can enhance motivation, how solo study builds independence, and when each approach is best suited to certain language skills. Whether you're new to language learning or a seasoned polyglot, this episode will give you insights into maximizing your study time. Let's get started.
Audio Jungle.
In this episode, we're gonna just divide it into different parts. So let's start with part 1, the advantages of individual language study. Let's start with a look at the benefits of studying alone. For many learners, solo study is the foundation of their language learning routine, and there are good reasons why. First one, flexibility and control. Studying alone gives you a full control over your schedule, learning pace, and resources. You can decide what to focus on, how long to spend on each topic, and when to take breaks, making it easier to customize the experience to your needs. Second, personalized focus. When you study solo, you can focus on areas that need the most improvement. If you struggle with grammar, you can spend extra time on it without worrying about group preferences. This personalized approach helps you tackle weaknesses more effectively. Third, independence and self-reliance. Solo study builds independence, teaching you how to manage your learning without relying on others. This skill is essential for long-term language learning, as it allows you to stay motivated and accountable. 4. Reduce social pressure. Some learners feel less pressure or self-conscious when studying alone. If you're anxious about making mistakes in front of others, solo study offers a safe space to practice without judgment. So for this first part, what are the takeaways? Individual study offers flexibility, personalization, and a pressure-free environment, making it ideal for focusing on specific areas and building self-reliance. Part 2. The drawbacks of individual study. While solo study has many advantages, there are also potential downsides. First, lack of real-time feedback. One major drawback is the absence of immediate feedback. Without someone to correct mistakes or answer questions, you might reinforce errors without realizing it, which can hinder progress over time. Second, limited speaking practice. Language is inherently social, so speaking practice can be challenging when studying alone. Practicing pronunciation, rhythm, and natural conversational flow is difficult without another person to interact with. Third, self-motivation challenges. Solo study requires a lot of self-discipline and motivation. Without a study group to keep you accountable, it's easy to lose momentum or procrastinate, especially during challenging periods. 4. Limit exposure to diverse perspectives. Studying alone can limit exposure to diverse perspectives and ideas. In a group setting, others might share insights or approaches that you hadn't considered, enriching your understanding of the language. For the second part, what are the takeaways? While solo studying is great for flexibility and focus, it requires self-discipline and lacks of interactive elements essential for practicing conversational skills and receiving feedback. Part 3. The benefits of group language learning. Now, let's explore the advantages of studying with others. Group learning introduces dynamics that can enrich the language learning experience in unique ways. First, increased accountability and motivation. A study group provides a sense of accountability. Knowing that others are expecting you to show up can help keep you consistent. Additionally, group members motivate each other and make the learning process feel less solitary. Second, immediate feedback and corrections. In a group, you have access to real-time feedback from peers or instructors. Mistakes can be corrected on the spot, helping you learn more effectively and avoid reinforcing errors. Third, speaking practice and social interaction. Group settings provide a built-in opportunity for speaking practice, allowing you to simulate real-life conversations. Engaging with others improves fluency, pronunciation, and the ability to think quickly in the target language. Fourth, learning from different perspectives. Each learner has unique insights, resources, and strategies. In a group, you can benefit from the collective knowledge, gaining exposure to new ideas, learning methods, and even cultural insights. 5. Structured learning environment. Study groups often have a set schedule and structures, which can provide a helpful framework for learners who struggle with organization. The structure also ensures that you cover a variety of skills and topics. Now, let's take a look at the takeaways of Part 3. Group study offers accountability, immediate feedback, speaking practice, and exposure to diverse ideas, creating a more interactive and socially enriched learning environment. Part 4. The challenges of group study. While group study has clear benefits, it's not without challenges. Scheduling conflicts. One of the most common issues with group study is coordinating schedules. Different commitments and time zones can make it challenging to find regular meeting times that work for everyone. Second, pace differences. Not everyone learns at the same speed. In a group, there's often a compromise between faster and slower learners, which can leave some feeling rushed and others feeling bored. Third, social distractions. Group settings can sometimes lead to off-topic conversations or socializing, which may reduce focus. Balancing a fun, relaxed atmosphere with productivity is essential but can be challenging. Fourth, varying skill levels. If the group consists of learners with different proficiency levels, more advanced learners might get bored, while beginners feel overwhelmed. Finding a group that matches your level can help mitigate this issue. Now, for Part 4, the takeaways are these ones. Group study offers structure and social benefits but may suffer from coordination issues, pace mismatches, and distractions, depending on the group's dynamics. Part 5. The best scenarios for individual study. Let's talk about when individual study is especially advantageous. First, Mastering grammar and vocabulary. Grammar and vocabulary often require concentrated, focused study, which is easier to achieve on your own. Solo study allows you to break down complex concepts at your own pace without feeling rushed. Second, preparing for exams or tests. When preparing for an exam, individual study is often more effective because it allows you to target specific weaknesses. You can focus on your unique needs, reviewing challenging material repeatedly until you're confident. Third, using language apps and online resources. Many language learning apps and resources are designed for individual use, making solo study a perfect fit. These tools allow you to progress at your own speed and track personal milestones. Fourth, building self-discipline. Individual study builds self-reliance and helps you develop strong study habits. If your goal is to cultivate self-discipline and become more independent in learning, solo study can be a valuable tool. Now, the takeaways for Part 5. Individual study is ideal for areas that require focus, like grammar, vocabulary, and exam prep. It's also great for building self-discipline and making use of personal learning tools. Part 6. The best scenarios for group study. Now let's look at a situation where group study offers a distinct advantage. First, practicing conversational skills. Conversation practice is one of the biggest advantages of group study. Speaking with others helps improve fluency, pronunciation, and confidence, especially for real-world communication. Second, engaging in cultural and contextual learning. Learning is deeply tied to culture, and group study provides a chance to explore cultural nuances together. Discussing cultural topics in a group helps deepen understanding and bring context to the language. Third, developing listening skill with multiple accents. In a diverse group, you may encounter different accents or speaking styles, which improves listening comprehension and adaptability. Ensures to various accents prepare you for real-world encounters with native speakers. Fourth, collaborative problem solving. Group settings encourage collaborative learning, allowing members to solve language challenges together. This is particularly useful for complex topics, as discussing ideas with others can lead to insights you might miss on your own. And the takeaways for this part. Group study is particularly beneficial for conversational practice, cultural insight, exposure to different accents, and collaborative problem solving. Part 7. Strategies for effective solo study. Here are some strategies to make the most of individual study time. First, set clear, measurable goals. Start each study session with specific goals, such as learning 20 new words or practicing a grammar concept. Clear objectives keep you focused and motivated. Second, use spaced repetition for retention. Spaced repetition is a powerful tool for solo learners. Apps like Anki and Quizlet help you review vocabulary and grammar at intervals, strengthening memory over time. Third, mix up your resources. Vary your resources to keep things interesting. Use a mix of books, apps, videos, and podcasts to engage different skills and avoid monotony. Fourth, self-assessment and reflection. Regularly assess your progress and reflect on what's working on or what needs adjustment. Solo learners can benefit from recording themselves speaking or taking quizzes to track improvement. Fifth, create a balanced routine. Make sure your study routine covers all language skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. A balanced approach ensures you're making progress in every area, not just one. Now, the takeaways for Part 7. Effective solo study involves setting goals, using spaced repetition, diversifying resources, self-assessment, and maintaining a balanced study routine. Part 8. Strategies for maximizing group study. If you're a part of a group, here's how to make group study sessions as productive as possible. First, set a clear agenda. Start each session with a clear agenda or topic. Having a focus prevents distractions and ensures the session is productive. Rotate who leads the agenda to keep things interesting. Second, divide tasks and rotate roles. Assign different roles or tasks to group members. For example, one person could focus on pronunciation, another on vocabulary, and another on grammar. Rotating roles keeps everyone engaged and allows members to learn from each other. Third, practice role-playing for real life. Simulate real-life situations like ordering at a restaurant or asking for directions. Role-playing in a group provides valuable conversational practice and helps you apply language in a practical context. Fourth, encourage peer feedback. Use group study as an opportunity for feedback. Encourage constructive criticism and support each other's progress. This helps correct mistakes and foster a supportive learning environment. Fifth, incorporate games and challenges. Keep sessions fun and engaging by adding language games or challenges. Activities like word association, speed vocabulary drills, or conversation challenges can make learning feel like a shared adventure. What are the takeaways for Part 8? Maximize group study by setting agendas, rotating roles, role-playing, providing peer feedback, and incorporating fun activities. Part 9. Finding the right balance. For many learners, a blend of individual and group study works best. Here's how to find the right balance. First, assess your goals and needs. Determine your goals and the areas you want to improve. Use solo study for foundational skills and group sessions for practice and social interaction. Second, schedule regular sessions. Dedicate specific times for both individual and group study. For example, you could do solo work on weekdays and join a group sessions on weekends. Third, set boundaries for each study type. Avoid overlap by clearly defining what you'll focus on individually and what you'll practice in the group. This keeps both study modes purposeful and efficient. Fourth, reflect and adjust. Periodically assess what's working and make adjustments. As you progress, your needs may change, so be flexible in adapting your study balance. What are the takeaways for this part? Combining solo and group study gives you the best of both worlds, allowing you to tailor your learning to different goals and needs. As we wrap up today's episode, remember that both solo and group study offers unique benefits. Finding the right balance between the two can elevate your learning experience, helping you make steady progress while enjoying the social and motivational aspects of language learning. And before heading to the next part, I really hope you enjoyed today's episode because it was full of really valuable information about how to learn, strategies, and even some little exercises that you can apply in your daily routine. I want to remind you now that new episodes drop every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so make sure to tune in weekly for your dose of thought-provoking conversations. Remember that you can find our show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Don't forget to come and pay a visit to our website for more resources and a lot of materials that you can download for free. MikeEnglishOnline.com. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and follow us for more. And well, thank you so much for joining me today on the Languages Pedagogy Podcast. I'd love to hear about your own experiences, whether you prefer studying alone, with others, or a combination of both. Feel free to reach out and share your insights. Until next time, stay curious, keep practicing, and embrace the journey of language learning.